Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Planet Becky and this is the basic build series here on YouTube where we are learning to build in Planet Zoo. I've been playing this game now for about 3 years. I got my computer 3 years ago this week. It actually came up on a time hop for me. My very first big PC computer. And I remember when I first got it, I was like, oh, the lights are so pretty, and now I can play that zoo game that I've seen everywhere. Yeah, so I've been playing this game 3 years. That is crazy. And I picked it up, and I really enjoyed seeing what other people have built in this. And 3 years later, I'm still no better at building in this game. So that is what this series is about. We are today building the African wild dog enclosure. This series is a series where I am building an enclosure for every single habitat animal, yes, that is in Planet Zoo. Now, it has just been announced that there will be, I think there's like 9 more animals in the game, will be released to the game very soon. And that now brings our total up even more. So this series will just keep going until I have finished all of the animals, because I'm determined now that I'm going to do every single animal. We're starting off with base game animals and then moving on to DLCs as they came out. So by the time I get to the new pack that's coming out, there'll probably be like 5 more packs out, which is great. Never-ending content for you guys. And hopefully by the time I get to that point, I will be so amazing at building. You'll look back at these first few videos, including this one, and going, wow, her building has improved massively. I'm so inspired. So my idea for this series basically is just to help me get better at building. Because I always see these amazing content creators and I'm like, wow, they are so good at building and it seems to come so naturally to them. But what it really is just pure hours and practice and understanding how the game works and things like that. And I thought, you know what, I could also do that. I could learn how this game works and how to build way better than what I currently do. So that is 100% what this series is about. When you are watching this, I will actually be in South America, which is really exciting. So at the moment, these videos are replacing my streams because I'm not in the UK at the moment, so I'm not able to stream. But don't worry, when I get back, these videos will still be coming out. And oh, I'm so excited for this series and where it's going to take us, all of these builds that I'm doing. Okay, so this is the African wild dog exhibit, habitat, enclosure, whatever you'd like to call it. I often get actually asked, how do I find the inspiration for some of these builds? I was building another enclosure on stream the other week and someone actually asked me that question, and I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Google. I literally type in the name of the animal and then I always follow up with the word enclosure, because it seems to bring up better results rather than like habitat or anything like that, because then it just shows you a really cute picture of the animal, which is great, don't get me wrong, but I will fall down a rabbit hole of cute baby pictures of the whatever animal I'm looking for. So, you type in the word enclosure and you get way more ideas. I think for this one, it was actually another person's enclosure that they'd actually built on Planet Zoo, and I was like, that looks amazing. So I kind of took a spin from that and was like, yes, this is the kind of thing that I want to build. I often see in zoos as well with animals like the African wild dog. I don't think I've ever seen one in an actual zoo, but the sort of animal that they are, I've only ever seen it where you can only view them from one specific place. So that's kind of what I was going for here, where you can't really view them from, you know, the side coming in. You can only view them from the little viewing area. Okay, so right here you can literally just see I've just deleted the whole of that. The whole of the roof. I find roofs in this game so challenging, and if anyone has tips on how to make roofing look better, I will gladly take you up on that advice. I don't know what it is about roofs. I just find them so frustrating. Like, I had no idea how to fill in this little end piece. Oh, it was driving me bonkers. I then realised you could literally just put like a wall piece in. Once again, you've got to put the trims on. I think it just looks weird otherwise. Yeah, so the idea for this was to have like one specific place that you could view this animal from. And I decided to go with like an enclosed building rather than like just a viewing point. I wanted to do something that wouldn't make it like seem like, oh, I've just got like a piece of the wall that's now a piece of glass, which is what you'll often see me doing for things like franchise mode, career mode, or even things like the time scenarios, specifically time scenarios. You don't have time to make it fancy. You just got to get them in there, get them happy, done. And because I've been such a player of those sorts of challenges over the last 3 years, I am finding this whole like building thing and doing it more, what's the word, detailed, actually really difficult. So yeah, it's really challenging me to learn how to play this game and how to play it well. Because I don't want, you know, all of my enclosures to look samey. I don't want that at all, and you'll see over the next couple of videos I do try and change it up a little bit. Once again, just throwing in plants where I feel like they make sense. I always try and put rocks in. I don't know why, I think it just makes it look a little bit more natural, and plus like everywhere you go there's like soil and rocks and everything like that. It's not just, you know, here's some soil, here's some plants. Like, you gotta try and make it look a little bit homey. I think I'm still learning about the placement of like rocks and stuff and how to make it look a little bit more natural. That is something that I'm struggling with at the moment in this game. But overall, I'm actually quite happy about how this whole enclosure like turned out. Once again, learning how to place water is difficult. But I was actually pretty happy with this. So, yeah, okay, so one thing that I am learning from this challenge is that I tend to try and make all of mine look very similar. So I think what I need to do, like going forward, is doing some more research maybe on zoos, maybe visiting some more zoos, seeing how they lay out their enclosures. To be honest, over the last couple of years I've only really been to one zoo. I mean, I've been to it twice, but it is like my local zoo, which is Howlett's in Canterbury. Actually, I don't think it is my local zoo, but it's an hour and a half's drive or so. But either way, so I think what I need to do in the new year is maybe visit some zoos. I would really love to go and visit Chester Zoo and also Whipsnade Zoo. The only other zoo I visited recently was, we went to Edinburgh Zoo, and that was a great zoo to go to. And maybe take some inspiration from there. I don't know if there are any zoos that do any sort of like virtual tours. I know that there are some online and you can see some of them, but maybe I should do some more research into that. And if you know of any, like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know which is your favorite zoo. and like why, because I think it's so interesting to see like, oh, this is like this person's favorite idea for this suit. Okay, so here in the building, I really wanted to get people into the buildings to kind of say like this is like an education place, but in my total honest opinion, this piece of land here really annoyed me. I could not get it flat for the life of me. I couldn't do it. I tried moving everything, it just wouldn't go flat. So we're just going to ignore it. We're totally ignoring it, even though it's all that the video is focusing on right now. Look, it just oh, it hurt my feelings, let me tell you that much. I just got to the point where I was like, do you know what? I will just let it go. So I knew that in here I wanted this to be like an education zone. I know that you do get some of these in zoos where you have like a building. Ideally, I actually wanted to try and place like some shops and stuff in here as well. But I didn't really know how to like lay it out. It was really kind of difficult to work it out. And yeah, one thing I need to learn is how to make these buildings look a little bit better. So if anyone has any tips or tricks where you're like, hey, you should try this, I would be so grateful for basically making them look a little bit more realistic. Anyway, this is how it turned out. I was actually really happy with it in the end. It was actually a really, really quick build for me. Didn't take up too much time. That olive tree is just beautiful. The designers who worked on that, chef's kiss. I take my hat off to you because that is beautiful. I was really happy with this, and I loved just sitting there. I think I probably sat here for about 20 minutes just watching them run round. Anyway, before I forget, it's fun facts with Becky. Now, here is your fun fact for the day about this African wild dog. My fun fact for you is that, did you know African wild dogs can reach sprints of more than 44 miles per hour? That's quicker than I do most driving, because I'm stuck in traffic all the time. 44 miles an hour. That's actually really, really quick. That's actually insane. Now I'm thinking about that. Anyway, that's your fun fact for the day for you. I hope you enjoyed learning about African wild dogs. But you guys, I am really happy with how this whole build turned out. Thank you all so much for watching this series so far. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what you thought of this build, what I could have done better, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, friends. Bye.